scripture, just loving God, and so that's always been so important to me. But you know, I've always felt that I've needed to put my faith into action. And so I know your next question is how I got involved with FCA.
Not just faithful of showing up, but more prepared than the guy hosting it. So I just saw this incredible leadership in her. And then the next couple questions I have is just tell me about how you got involved with FCA and what that whole journey's looked like. You know, how'd you hear about us, and then what was kind of the first step into FCA?
Yes, thanks for getting me back on track. But anyway, so my parents, they, you know, were on the board, so obviously, like, I knew a lot about FCA, but, you know, when I jumped into your group, that's when I really got involved, and I was just like, wow, like, what FCA is doing is super cool, and putting my faith into action, like, this is what God is calling me to do. And so, you know, meeting with athletes from around the region was just super, like, impactful on my life, because I'm seeing other leaders, and we need to have more leaders in our schools like this. And so I was invited to the FCA camp this summer, and so I remember texting all my friends. I was calling me to go to FCA camp. And so I remember I was going, and the only person that I knew was my brother that was going. But when I got there, I was nervous, but I was plugged into a huddle, and I was plugged in with a great leader and an incredible huddle, and we connected instantly. I mean, I still talk to that huddle even now, and the leader, I talk to her, we text all the time, but you know, just the whole camp experience was just awesome. I mean, just being able to learn about leadership and through the teams, and there were a couple sessions, and one session was on evangelism and just sharing your faith, and the other one was Macy's and his wife's about starting an FCA and FCA huddle on the team, and so after I got together with Megan, and she partnered with me to help lead an FCA huddle on my soccer team. And there were about 8 to 10 girls coming a week. After practice, we just meet, talk about life, talk about, you know, scripture, and I was already starting to see the impact in my teammates' lives. Mary, a teacher, and a teacher at Cooper put together a FCA multi-sport group at Cooper, and I was just like, yes, like, this is what I wanted to do from like the get-go, you know. And so I immediately jumped right in. I'm on the leadership for that, and even one of my soccer teammates that was coming to the weekly huddles for this soccer group decided to join the leadership as well. And I didn't even know that she would want to join the leadership in a way. But she was just like, hey, like, I really wanted to also share my faith, but I've never felt like there was an opportunity for me to do that. And she now has an opportunity to share her faith and lead as well because of FCA and being on the leadership board. And so every other Wednesday, we're meeting with about 50 students from Cooper, and we have speakers coming in, and it's super duper awesome.
So Maleah, like she came to camp, comes back from camp, starts a huddle with her soccer team, 8 to 10 girls. We have an alumnus, Megan Kelter, gets to come, who's a leader at camp, leads that group. That instantly transforms into an all-sport huddle, 50 kids coming every other week. So we're seeing this impact happen. So what's next?
Well, I definitely want to possibly start like a little huddle with my basketball team in basketball season right now. But just continuing to, you know, put out FCA, and, you know, I do want to play basketball or soccer in college. I haven't decided yet, but, and then eventually, you know, leading an FCA group maybe in college or after college. I don't know, but, you know, just my spiritual journey. You know, I'm also a perfectionist. You know, I've struggled with putting my worth in sports, and just learning how to be a leader on, you know, the court and on the field has helped me spiritually, and vice versa. Learning how to
Hey, super proud. Let's go give it up for her. I'm excited for what after the 100 years. Thank you.